Well, good evening, all my little buns. Daisy here with you tonight with a thoughts video for you. There we go. That was a little crooked. That should have fixed it. Excellent. Um, so, thoughts tonight. We're going to talk about two TV shows. I can't reach his two fingers up easily. Two TV shows. One from when I was really young and one from, I think I was a late teenager when it actually came out. So, we'll start with the first one, which made the most impression here. That will be the Muppet Babies. So, when I was little, I grew up in the 80s. I was born in 81. There you go. You know how old I am. Congratulations. Uh, and the Muppets themselves had mostly disappeared off of the TV. The Muppet Show, I don't remember actually seeing it as a kid. I didn't see the actual The Muppet Show until I was like an adult. It may have been on TV, but it wasn't showing on our TV, so it wasn't on any channels I had access to. And yes, a couple of the Muppet movies did come out when I was a kid. I remember seeing them on TV, like The Great Muppet Caper or um, the Muppets Take Manhattan. Those ones. They were good, but I didn't really have much Muppet interaction. I did, however, have Muppet Babies. Okay, I was probably right at the target audience when this came out. I was in my, you know, single digit range, the mid to late single digit zone. Uh, and it was entertaining. Um, I really liked how the characters didn't just feel like babies. They were babies, but it didn't affect their perspective on life. They weren't just all, oh, a baby, thinking about diapers and pacifiers and things. If anything, that was the most downplayed part about their existence, was the fact that they were babies. They were just small. In fact, I only think like one of them really even wore diapers, and that was Animal. And he was the one that still at that point didn't really have much as well involving talking. So yeah, that never was part of his life apparently. Uh, so I really liked how that show had a lot of adventure, a lot of dipping into other pop culture things. It explored other stuff, and it didn't didn't treat the kids like they were idiots. It brought in parts from stuff their parents were probably watching at the time. I remember there were Star Wars episodes, Star Trek episodes. Those are the ones that actually come to mind overall. Like Indiana Jones probably was in there. But movies that the kids of the times parents were watching, and they may have been watching, depending on how old they particularly were and what their parents felt they were allowed to see. Uh, and I recognized some of this stuff too, so I felt like I felt older because I spotted these adulty, not like adult, but grown up shows referenced there. They were funny enough for the kids that didn't understand what the things were, but they were definitely there to help entertain the parents who were stuck watching TV with the kids. And this was back when, the parents didn't as much sit in the living room and watch with the cartoons. This was during the television of the babysitter of the life era. So the fact that we had something that the parents might actually want to stay in the living room and watch with the kids was good. Uh, and it really was fun. Overall, I loved the show. I'm not going to lie. I was a big fan when I was a kid. I haven't watched the new variant yet, so I do apologize to any big fans out there. I just haven't got a chance to. I know it's been out for a few years, but And we've been stuck at home. But I had a lot of things on my plate. Just because there's a pandemic does not mean my life got slower. If anything, my world got busier. Uh, so, yes, it was a big thing. It was a great show. It was amazing. I loved all the characters. I loved how they interacted. I loved that they all had good personalities. They had something going on. They were fun. And when I was a late teenager, I think it was, uh, I saw advertisements for Baby Looney Tunes. I was like, aw, aw, Looney Tunes. They're already off the wall. They do the crazy. This is gonna be like a better version of Muppet Babies. This is gonna be awesome. And I turn on that channel, I find an episode, and I go, oh, all right, we're gonna see this. We're gonna do this. And it wasn't. It sucked. Muppet Babies catered to young adults, to young children. It had a wide range. Baby Looney Tunes played baby. It it played as more the boring parts of Rugrats, where they just were babies and not doing anything fun. Uh, Muppet Babies was always about going into your imagination and always telling a story from your head. And then Baby Looney Tunes was there, and it's like they're just being normal babies, practically. They were not fun. They're not the Looney Tunes. I did not get my Bugs Bunny on. I did not get my Daffy Duck. I was disappointed. Because there's definitely two ways to play a baby's show. There's the Muppet Babies way, and then there's the stupid way. Baby Looney Tunes was the stupid way. I can assume it was basically catered to being a small children's show, but little kids actually like Bugs Bunny as is. You don't have to make a baby version of him. That, if anything, you're more segregating the child to not enjoying something as it could be if you're making it so it's dumbed down for them. Uh, I was really, really disappointed there. I felt like I was betrayed by basically a bait and switch. I felt like you were trying to sell me Muppet Babies with Looney Tunes, which should have been Muppet Babies on crack, because the Muppets are crazy, but they weren't Looney Tunes crazy. Looney Tunes would go all out. Muppets still had limits. I learned this from finally watching this Muppets later. They were they had rules. Looney Tunes did not have rules in the same sense. um, Physics were just for fun. Uh, and we'd had young characters in Looney Tunes. Like, we had flashbacks, like young Bugs Bunny and young Elmer Fudd episodes. I remember those. I remember the episode of with young Elmer Fudd walked off the cliff and he didn't fall down. Why? Because he hadn't studied gravity yet. Then Bugs Bunny handed him a book and he read and he learned what gravity was, then fell down. There you go. This is what a Baby Looney Tunes show should be. Not just a bunch of small animals that happen to portray kind of like Looney Tunes characters being babies. Uh, it was no fun. Yeah, you need your Gonzo, you need your Kermie, you need your Little Miss Piggy, you need your Scooter and his never seen again sister Skeeter. You need all these characters to be. Uh, and your occasionally invasion of Bunsen and Beaker, who were like part-time characters on the Muppet Babies show. They weren't like residents of the daycare agency or whatever exactly it was that they lived in. I think that it was a daycare facility they were all stuck in. uh, but yes, there were babies. Yes, they did some baby things. They slept in a crib. Uh, but they didn't feel it. They went beyond. To expand on this, I also would add in something like Rugrats, which I kind of mentioned there. They were babies. Yes, they were stuck in baby world, but they stepped out of their boundaries and actually went on local adventure. They broke the normal people rules. They were smart. They knew how to break out of their environment. They always had a screwdriver. They always had a screwdriver to flip that little latch open and get out of the play area. How did these parents not figure out they were getting out constantly? I don't know. But, you know, that's Tommy's parents' problem, not mine. The Muppet Babies rarely left their playroom, but they never felt like they needed to. They always felt like they could make the best of this space. Big enough environment for them. They had enough things to interact with. And anytime they go into story mode, you were put in some other environment. You were no longer in this playroom. You were on the bridge of the Enterprise D, and you had characters that were these characters. They became different characters. That was awesome. Baby Looney Tunes did not do that. They did nothing. They're a waste of TV as far as I'm concerned. They're cute. They're adorable. They can be on merchandise. This show was stupid. Uh, and it was better than, say, trying to watch Teletubbies or Boo Baws or any of those complete moronic things. But it wasn't even as good as, say, watching Sesame Street as an adult. Even you could get something out of that. This just felt like it was candy-coated sugar lumps with no substance. Nothing. Kermit and Miss Piggy have had chemistry since forever, and in almost every iteration, they do a good job of it. I loved that. It's been a lot of years since I watched that show, mind you, but you know, it was a thing. It was something that did help me as a child, and I liked it. It entertained me without making me feel like an idiot. And I know I'm kind of rambling on here, but I had a lot of thoughts and a lot of feelings about this. So we'll leave it up to you. There's a comment section here. Did you watch either Baby Looney Tunes or Muppet Babies? Either one or both? And did you actually get a good opinion on either of these two things? And you can include the new Muppet Babies here too. I'm okay with that. If it's something worth talking about, say something about it. Let me know. Let me know if it's worth me wasting my time watching it at this point in my life. Heck, even if you had a Rugrats thing going on, put it in there. Let me know. Or any other babies of something show that you remember and I didn't remember or didn't see. Uh, was it a Muppet Babies experience? Or was it a Baby Looney Tunes experience? What'd you end up with? Anywho, comments. Make them. Anyway, I definitely want to thank you all for taking the time to hear me ramble. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the little dingly bell for said dingly bell. Let you know when I make a new video. Could be a Daisy video. You never know. Could have bun time. And my Patreon link will be in the description box below if you're so inclined and wish to help support the channel. But for now, this little bun is going to be off, and I will see you again on another video.